Secondary school teachers have busted up the pay talks with the Education Ministry. If you're following this one, national rolling strikes, they're on the way. So what do they want? How far apart are they? And how badly are the strikes going to affect you and your kids? The Education Minister and the head of the PPTA for you after the news.
Competitive wood sawing, a sport traditionally the domain of men. But now these Mount Maunganui girls are getting in on the act, and they're good. That story at 7:20.
Now, other sporting matters. Adam Perori makes the PPTA 7:20.
Well, still to come on breakfast. The Mount Maunganui girls who are sawing their way through traditional sporting stereotypes to become national champs. That story in a moment. When we think of sports these days, there are very few that are solely the domain of one sex or another. But if I said wood chopping, what's the bet you'd picture the burly Kiwi bloke in the black singlet with the big axe thrashing the living daylights out of a chunk of wood? Well, guess what? The times, they are a-changing. Not only are the women into it, they're starting young too, as Greg Hay found out when he investigated the wood choppers' big day out at the Royal Easter Show.
Meet the girls of the Mount Maunganui School Soaring Team, national junior school champions. While most other girls their age are donning netball bibs, these lasses are at the end of one of these.
Wonderful. Just a little bit quicker now. Come on. A little bit quicker. That's beautiful.
It's like a different sport. It's like not many girls do it in New Zealand. So that's good to do something different.
What happened to netball? Why don't you just do that?
Oh, because I've done netball for like 3 years and lots of people do it.
It's a pussy sport. It's a catty sport. Too many girls are doing it. Yeah.
And you can bet you won't see any of this around the court on Saturday morning.
Yeah, it just flops in the cup.
Most have only been at it since the start of the year, but they're learning quick. Coach Cliff Hughes has been competing for over 50 years. And while the girls aren't experts, they're definitely keen.
We do it in interval, lunch times, and I would do it before and after school and in the weekends. Whenever classes that they were respecting. Yeah.
So you have to be quite dedicated, I suppose, then?
No, you don't really have to, but like it's just what we want to do.
They're wrecked. They come to training, they beat me here, you know, and they're all wanting to get started and get stuck in, and they'd train every day if I could come.
They're not onto axes yet. These things take time, you know.
That looks excellent right there, and don't forget that 45 degrees so your knee doesn't go under the saw.
Good advice. Then again, Cliff's full of that.
I'm a pretty tough taskmaster, perhaps it helps. They seem to appreciate a bit of discipline, and I'm pleased with that.
He taught Alan Salter all he knows. A national cutter for 12 years, he held 32 national records. 8 still stand. He's here as inspiration before the big competition at the Easter Show in Auckland. It's the big time for these girls. Not that their friends would know.
I think it's pretty cool once they know what it is and that you can get money and all that kind of stuff. Some of them actually want to try it out, but I don't know if they will.
They got another 4 years at 3 or 4 years at the school, and if they keep doing this, they'll be winning open competitions in 2 years, I'll guarantee you. The future's magic for these kids, I'll tell you.
Where says magic? Magic. Oh, that's magic. It's magic. Oh, okay.
Magic stuff.
And this weekend, the girls from Mount Maunganui hope to weave a little more of that themselves.
That's excellent.
Well, good on them. Good aerobic workout, I figure, too. Mount Maunganui girls, by the way, competing at the Royal Easter Show in Auckland on Friday afternoon. Got some news for you shortly then.